Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's day two of my 3-day weekend, and I'm going to resume working on the planter in the backyard. But before I do that, I noticed something interesting last night, and I want to show you. Now you'll recall that a couple of videos ago, I started my garden, my herb garden, by planting the tomatoes and the jalapeno peppers. Now I was really surprised because for me, that was only, well, 4 days ago now, 3 days ago last night when I was looking at this. And I noticed we've already got some growth going on here. These are our tomatoes coming up. And they hadn't emerged at all yesterday morning. But last night when I looked at them, this is what I saw. Well, actually, I saw a little less than this because it's grown since then. Now, the thing that surprised me is when I first saw this, like I said, was 3 days in. The instructions on the tomatoes said that the seedlings wouldn't begin popping up for 7 to 10 days. So I was really surprised to see that happen. But we are definitely on our way. Those are all going to be little tomato plants. Now, nothing's happened yet with the jalapenos because the jalapenos say it's 10 to 21 days before they start popping up. But this brings up an issue I'm going to have to deal with because the instruction for using this thing says that once the plants get to the point where there's a couple of rows of leaves on them, you want to pull the cover off. But since the jalapenos haven't begun to grow yet, I need to keep the cover going on that, keep the cover on that one. Now, you recall I said that I bought actually 2 of these things, and I got the other one out in the garage. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is we're going to give this side here, all the tomatoes, another day or two to continue to grow, and then I'm going to actually transport them into the other plastic tray, and then they can be uncovered, and this one can continue to be covered and allow the jalapenos to continue to do their thing. So that's what's going on. But look at that, there's all our tomatoes. Now at some point in a week or so, I'm going to actually pick the biggest of the 3 plants in each of these little pods here and cut the rest of them back. You recall when I first started here, I was putting 3 seeds into each one. And so, you can see we have, multiple seeds coming up here. But I kind of got into the middle and I started cutting them back to 2. So I didn't want to waste any more plants than I had to. So, but it's very encouraging to see that this is happening. So there's our tomatoes. You hungry? Alright, so the first thing I want to do now is kind of hit this section here and run the stone all the way down. Now I expect since the elevation is going down a little bit as we move this way, at some point I'm going to have to start doubling up the bricks so we keep everything level. So that's what's next. All right, so I got most of the back done now. You can really begin to see how much of a slope there is, because those bricks are level. But look at the distance between the wood and the bricks there versus the wood and the bricks there. I actually had to push the bricks underneath the wood a little bit because it's gone down that far. So I need another couple for here, and then we need to get more bricks all the way going around here. I think it might end up being a little more than 52 at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get another 26 now, and that should get us most of the way around here. And then hopefully we'll be able to get an exact count of how many we'll need to actually finish up the job. So off to Home Depot. Okay, I'm back. I got another 26 bricks, and I have actually finished this this side now. So now all I got to do is do the curve along here, and we'll be done. Now I'm still going to probably need a few more bricks. I originally estimated, like I said, about 52, but I didn't expect I was going to be doing double layers there. I probably should have accounted for that. So I'm going to probably need 8 or 10 more bricks, but like I said, I only want to do 26 at a time in the car just because they weigh so much. The car handles like garbage when with all that weight in the trunk. So don't want to do much more than that. But once I get done with putting these bricks into place, I should be able to have a pretty good estimate of how many more I'm going to need. So let's get going. All right, so we've made some good progress here. I've got most of the arc done, all of the arc that's going to require 2 bricks, because at this point this brick here is now underground, which is completely what I want, because now I can just kind of start going here and just do 1 layer all the way over here. So I think at this point I'm going to make one more trip to Home Depot. The distance between here and here is about 7 feet, so to be safe, since there's a little bit of an arc and that might add to it, I'm going to go and buy 8 more bricks, and then we should be done here, at least for this part of it. And next step, of course, is to put the palm trees in the ground where they're going to be, and raise up the soil level so that it's level with the bricks all the way around here. So making good progress, but like I said, probably won't finish this one today. Alright, so I got all the bricks in place, and pretty much nice and level. It's all nice and level all the way around. So, and I already brought the cactuses in because kind of made sense to get them in there while I could kind of wheel them in. Otherwise, I'm trying to go up and over the ledge here. So I think the next thing we got to do now, I'm going to hose it off a little bit, try and get everything cleaned up and kind of get everything kind of compacting down a little bit. See, the soil is still a little bit loose under there, but you get some water under there, and it'll all kind of settle down and become really flat and really level. And it'll also get kind of some of the dirt off of the bricks that I got, you know, when I was putting them in there. This mud that's in here is really thick and really clay-like, so it kind of stains everything. So I kind of want to clean everything up before we go too much further in here, so we don't stain the bricks, because they're nice and white, and I want to keep them looking that way. So that is the next step, and I think we're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to put the cactuses in the ground. I've kind of figured right now this one here is going to go kind of right here in the center, and then those 2 are going to go there and kind of there. And so that'll give them enough space between them that they'll all be able to grow and kind of, you know, make everything kind of symmetrical so it looks normal, because these 2 palm trees here are about the same age. This one's a couple years older, so, you know, I just want to kind of keep everything symmetrical and make it look nice in there. And I think we'll probably be able to put some like small shrubbery or some ground cover or something else in there to kind of fill in. I'm also going to use some of the flagstone that's kind of floating around here. There's some like spare flagstone over on the other side of the yard over there that I can use, and it'll just kind of create little steps in here so I can get in here and work on it without stepping in the mud and really tracking everything up. So that's what we got. So come back tomorrow and we are going to finish this. So anyway, that's all that I have for tonight. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.